Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over an AMUMU jungle guide for beginners, and we're going to be going into his builds. We're going to be going into why he's kind of OP, item choices that are kind of good depending on different situations, some combos, tips and tricks, some clear tricks. This guy has had a 60% win rate in diamond average like in the last 7 days. So I think this is like kind of like the easiest beginner champion to play in the new season. I'd say his win rate is really high because what usually happens is because everyone's playing like these assassins and champions that kind of get wrecked by people that have hard CC like AMUMU, it's impossible to kind of dodge his ulti. So like for example, if AMUMU is against like a Kha'Zix and the Kha'Zix isn't really that fed enough and AMUMU has his armor items, then he can just CC the Kha'Zix, and AMUMU has a lot of high base stats, and also because of the new Sunfire item, do a ton of damage. So we'll go into his builds, and then we're going to be going to a game, and I'm going to show you guys the clear, show you guys some combos with him. And so go into runes. So first, the runes that you want to go on AMUMU is Conqueror. So I played AMUMU last season as well, like a good amount of games, and Conqueror is just really good. If you're really trying to be like a really strong tank, you can do Aftershock, but honestly I think Conqueror is better. You heal actually a ton, do a lot of AoE damage, and you stack it up really fast. Then you want Cheap Shot, and then this is the most OP rune right now, Omni Vamp. You heal a ton from the damage you deal. And we can go into his ability max order. It's just very fast. You go W first if you're starting a single target camp. If you're solo starting Raptors, then you want to start E. Then E right after, Q, max E. And as for the items, I've always been trying to go Sunfire, Aegis. So pretty much all the time, I'm going Sunfire. Red Smite's actually really good on AMUMU when you're against like melee champions. You can do Blue Smite if you're trying to like one-shot squishies and going like an AP build, but Red Smite helps you with like champions like Udyr running at you, Kha'Zix, because you reduce their damage, like keep on bursting them. And then as for the other items, you go Ninja Tabby or Merc Treads, depending on if you need more armor or if you need Merc Treads for the magic resist and CC reduction. And then here's where it gets like interesting after Sunfire Aegis. Some options that I've been trying out is the new Demonic Embrace, because you get extra like burn damage. This is if like you want like a little bit of a mix of AP and HP, but if you want to go full tank, what you can think about doing is Randuins if they have like a crit team like Yasuo. You can go Gargoyles if you want just like equal balance armor, magic resist, and a giant shield. And Thornmail if you want Grievous Wounds, because there's a lot of healing in the game. And then magic resist items would be Abyssal Mask or Spirit Visage. So that's kind of like the build that I'd recommend that you go every game. If you want to have fun with it, you can do AP AMUMU, it's fine. But if you're tryharding the tank AMUMU, you have plenty of damage from the kit already. Now we're going to go into tips and tricks, go into his clear. I'm going to show you in practice tool, and this way you guys have like a good idea of what you're getting yourself into when playing AMUMU. Also going to show you guys like team fight combos, so don't worry about that. So we're our runes really fast. There you go. Now we can lock in.
I thought you'd never pick me.
So here you can do attack speed or double adaptive. Double adaptive is easier, but some pros actually do like going the attack speed runes sometimes, just because that allows you to help with your clear speed. So now I'm gonna go through which camps are really good to start for AMUMU. Most of the time you want to clear based off of like where you want to gank, but let's say that like every lane's equal, then you want to choose which camp and you have to solo start. That's when you want to start your Raptor camp. So I'll show you guys the difference. So if we fast forward and say we're solo starting, right? If we solo start the red buff camp, you want to go W because W does percentage max health. Since red has like higher match health, this is better. So as you can see here, you would start W and like say you get a leash here, and then you go E after. You would do red, double golems, rafters. That would get you level 3, and then you can look to gank mid if you have a strong mid laner. But most of the time, it's fine to kind of clear early on AMUMU. So here you can see that clear is kind of slow. Let me show you guys a faster clear if you have to solo start. So if you have to solo start, it's much easier to just start E and go to rafters.
Minions have spawned.
So here, go here. And the reason why is because your E ability, your tantrum, whenever you get hit by a bunch of monsters, or you're fighting in like a wave, the E reduction is gonna apply. So here you're gonna see, look at how fast the E cooldown goes down. So it's actually really good to solo start on AMUMU when you do Raptor start. So you can see that's like so much faster. So there are a lot of different paths that you can do with AMUMU, but if you're solo starting, then go for the Raptors. I didn't get potions by accident, but you kind of get the idea here. So that's just a tip and trick for, you know, just your early game clear. And then you like to do the AoE camps as AMUMU, just because, you know, your E cooldown is just really fast. You can see my clear is a little bit unhealthy because I don't have my potion, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But you can see it's kind of still easy for us. We have Omni Vamp, so if we had our potion, then we'd be full HP here. Then once you get level 3, if you're healthy because of like potions, or if you get a leash on red, then you would do red, double golem, rafters. Then you can look for a gank. Otherwise, you want to try and get your Gromp, because the Gromp will heal you. Gromp will heal you a ton. So I actually didn't get my potion, so I'll get my potions now. And so you can just heal a ton off of Gromp after doing your camps on the bottom side. If you need blue first, you can do blue first too, but Gromp also gives you mana. So actually I like doing Gromp and then rushing Scuttle Crab if you're not in a rush to kind of get your other camps. You want to be able to get on the map and look for a gank. So tips and tricks of using like AMUMU's combos. Let's go into basically how you want to use his combos. Number one choice is learning how to use his ultimate correctly. A lot of people don't use his ultimate correctly in like the sequence of events. Sometimes when the enemy champion, like say the enemy champion is a Riven, they have a lot of dashes. AMUMU Q is actually really hard to land because it's not that fast, and a lot of challenger players or diamond players can react, or if you're lucky, maybe even a bronze player, silver player can react and dodge it. So one thing to always combo with to get a guaranteed Q is if you just ulti first. So if you're trying to secure a kill onto like a Riven, they have like a bunch of dashes, just ulti first and then Q. Is you stun the enemy, and then you can combo CC. What's important is that you root, wait 2 seconds for the stun, and then Q so that you're not layering CC. So that's like number one combo in the book. Number two combo when it comes to team fights, and this is something that I see a ton, so let me auto refresh cooldowns, is if you use your Q, you get on the dummy, and then you flash, and then you R. This makes it so that it's kind of like an instant engage. And in an example that, let's say you're only able to get on the frontline tank. Let's say this is like an Ornn, right? And then the back line is like 80 carry mages. That's how you would get on the backline tank, right there. And then you would use your abilities, you'd apply your Sunfire because AoE, and you're really tanky as AMUMU. And what's also awesome is that a lot of people don't know about this passive, is that AMUMU's attacks curses enemies for 3 seconds, causing them to deal additional true damage from all magic damage they take. So AMUMU actually does a ton of damage when it comes to just passive ability alone. Like, if you check it out, that's why he was able to solo Baron, because he has a lot of percentage, you know, W damage, And you can see AMUMU just kind of like wipe team fights just off of pure AoE alone from Sunfire, W, E, and then you just have a bunch of CC. So let's exit this game. Alright guys, so that was just my quick beginner-friendly AMUMU guide. I just know that this champion's just really OP in the meta right now. And I'm going to be streaming a ton on Twitch, so make sure to check me out on twitch.tv/MikeYeung. Hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I'm going to do an item video next, so be ready for that. Peace out, guys.